What's up, painty babies? How are you doing? It's been a minute. I know. Y'all know I have my issues staying on task when it comes to going ahead and producing these doggone videos. I've had a lot going on, some family issues, some health stuff going on, and basically I've just been in a little rut and dump and not doing much of nothing productive. I've been doing some things. I take that back. I do some things, but I haven't been on point as I'm supposed to be. Part of it is due to my general mood and anxiety and dealing with that and depression. Started on a different medication, so I'm feeling a little bit better. And I encourage all of you, if you feel like you're in a rut and you're in a spot where you just can't break yourself out of it, go seek help. Go find some help, whether it's with your primary doctor or with a therapist. Just getting the conversation started will get you moving in the right direction. And so for the last couple of months, I have been, what is that? I have been moving in the right direction. I'm going to get out of here. Anyway, so one of the main things that I'm doing for myself, and my doctor had put me on some medication a while ago. Metformin. It's a type 2 diabetes medication. I know many of you are familiar with it. Well, some people are probably familiar with it. But I had terrible side effects with metformin. I'm not a type 2 diabetic. I was pre-diabetic, and he put me on it to not only help with my A1C, but to also help with appetite control and I guess just appetite control and to help with because my blood sugars weren't really bad, my A1C wasn't really bad, but I'm borderline. I did it for a while, and I discovered that I don't tolerate it. I don't do well at different doses. I tried different times of the day. It didn't work. So I literally just said, I can't do this. Find something else for me. One of the doctors in where I work recommended I start on another medication called Victoza. She said it would probably work a little better. I wouldn't have as many side effects, and there's a benefit to helping me lose weight. Well, in the meantime, I've been talking to some other coworkers who has started using another medication called Mounjaro, which is just recently become available to be prescribed here in the United States. And they're finding that they're experiencing, let me sit up a little bit better, you're not looking at my double chin. A lot of weight loss on this medication, as well as getting their A1Cs under control. So I've been lobbying, trying to get this medication for myself. Finally got it. Here it is. I'm going to take my first dose tonight. I have friends who take it during the day. But being this is my first dose, I'm going to start at night. And I'm going to start documenting the results. Any side effects, what's going on with me, how I'm feeling. From what I'm hearing, it's working really well to reduce appetite, which I'm not going to say it's a big problem for me, but it is. I'm a grazer. So throughout the course of a day, especially when I'm at work, when I'm at home, I don't have too much of an issue. But when I'm at work, I graze. And I actually do graze on things that are good for me. I can eat broccoli and cauliflower every day. I can eat cucumbers every day, right? Nuts, I love pumpkin seeds. So I always have those things at my desk. But being that I'm over 50, you know, I have the weight, it's just harder to get the weight off. And I have a job where I'm not moving around as much. So it's difficult for me to lose any weight without completely starving myself, which is hard to do on your own. Trust me. So I'm hoping that this medication will assist in the appetite that I have, slowing it down and allowing me to just consume 1,200 and less calories a day. From what I'm hearing from some of my friends who are on it, it's less than that. One friend says she literally eats one meal a day. She has no desire to eat. I know I'm going to have to focus on my fluids and getting my protein and my vitamins in, and I don't know if I've talked about this in past videos, but I had the gastric sleeve back in 2012, and I lost about 70 pounds. I've gained about 20 of that back. And when I asked my doctor about the sleeve now, well, when I got it in 2012, it was a relatively new procedure. There had not been much research done, not many results. And so now my doctor says, well, now we're seeing that people who get the sleeve, you'll lose weight. You'll lose a lot of weight, but it's not something that you'll maintain for a long period of time, number one. And number two, you don't lose as much weight as you would with, say, the bypass. So, and because I didn't want something as invasive as the bypass, that's why I chose the sleeve. But if I had known then what I know now, I would have probably avoided a lot of it. Maybe not, because I did learn some valuable lessons about my eating habits when I got the sleeve. It forces you to look at how you eat and change some things up, which I can say I have done. I've made some very positive changes since then, and I've been able to maintain mostly the weight loss and those eating habits, changing those eating habits. There was a time when I could eat I could go to Burger King and get 2 Whoppers and eat both and not feel completely full. Brain. And got the sleeve and tried to eat one. Couldn't finish one. And then really stopped to think about, dog, I really used to eat 2 of these? But, I mean, again, that's neither here nor there. That's the past. That sleeve was a long time ago. It taught me how to eat, which I do much better now. I tend to drink my calories, which is hard for me sometimes. Which is another thing I have to, now I'm going to have to actually get under control, is focusing on not drinking my calories and not grazing so much. Because like I said, I'll eat vegetables all day, but I do dip it in ranch. I do like to eat some ranch. I like to eat some Italian, zesty Italian with extra garlic. Come on now. Come on now. So, this will take away some of those issues that I've been dealing with the past couple years with my grazing. Hopefully. Thankfully. I'm claiming it. Just because I'm seeing the results with several other people. So I should have a increase, benefit, a health benefit, and some weight loss, which I'm excited about. I have an exercise bike that I use. I don't know if, I think I told you guys about this a couple last year or so, maybe the year before, but I did have knee replacement surgery. I had the inner part of both knees had to be replaced, not the entire knee, but it was the inner part of each knee that was giving me a lot of problems. I had those replaced. I'm at a place now where I can walk, you know, really fast. I haven't tried running. Yeah, I'm still at a weight where I'm not comfortable running. I don't want to damage, you know, what I've gotten replaced. But I invested in an exercise bike, and I currently get on it maybe twice a week, once or twice a week, for about 5 to 10 minutes, and mainly just to work out my knees to keep them feeling good. But now, starting this, I'm going to start looking into doing it a little bit more. Maybe doing a little bit more walking at work, just to give myself an extra boost along with the medications. Seeing how this goes, because now I'm going to have to look into maintaining my energy levels, because what I'm hearing is that you're just not hungry, you don't eat. So I want to make sure, because I've had the sleeve, that I don't lose too many nutrients. I had an episode several years ago where I got ill, had diarrhea because I was taking antibiotics, and because I'm on the sleeve, I'm not taking in, I'm taking in nutrients, but I don't digest everything I take in. I was taking my supplements, but again, because of the illness, and on top of that, my doctor had put me on water pill, which I was basically peeing out all of my nutrients, and I ended up in the hospital with a potassium deficiency. I do not want that to happen again. That was horrible. That was the worst week, one of the worst, no, it was the worst week of my life. I'm going to say it, that was the worst week of my life. They had to, I had 12, I think it was about 12, no, it's more than that. I want to say it was about 18 bags of potassium they had to give me intravenously. And because potassium is so acidic and it can tear up your, I think I said that right, it can tear up your veins, it's a slow drip. They, you know, they drip it in with saline, but it's a slow go. I was in the hospital for a week, and it burns. So every new bag that went in, you know, I mean, I'm patting my arms because it's going into my veins and it was burning. They had to rotate veins each time because they didn't want to damage all of my veins. But because I was so deficient, I was there for a while between magnesium and potassium. So again, I don't want to repeat that. So I'm going to up my supplement intake, which is something I do. I take supplements regularly anyway because of the surgery. Since 2012, that's just a regular part of my routine. I take supplements like they're candy. But I will actually probably really keep an eye on that, especially now. I'll probably invest in maybe some protein drinks, because I do want to make sure I get fluid in, but I know that will probably fill my stomach. So if I get the protein drinks, my hope is that I will kill two birds with one stone. I'll get the protein and some of the nutrients that I need, and I'll have my fluid intake, and I won't have any issues. Right? So you guys, I'm back. I'm going to document this. I'm going to also dedicate some time to start back with my videos. I actually have footage. I may just start putting it out. My computer died again. I do not have good luck when it comes to PCs. So I have a lot of footage from my gardening and cooking and different things that I really just haven't been able to do much with. I wasn't able to do much with for a while because the computer died. So now I'm able to go ahead and start. Now I don't want to go backwards and use that old footage, but maybe I'll do like a throwback every so often and put some of that footage out. But it's spring, and it's about that time for me to start planting some new things on my patio. I've maintained quite a bit, most of my herbs. My dill died. My mint had died. I thought it died, but it actually just started springing back. So I have all of my basils. I have my leeks and my green onions. I used up all of my cilantro. I wasn't really good about pruning it sparingly so that it would keep growing. I pretty much used all of it and it never grew back. So I have to redo that. Several of the other plants we had at freeze. And that one large tomato plant that I had, I wrapped it up with blankets and plastic and all kinds of stuff, and it didn't make it. So it's going to be time for me to redo my tomato. It had just started finally producing fruit when that daggone freeze hit. So it'll be time for me to get back into that, get some more green peppers. I had some other peppers that came up. My lemongrass is still doing pretty good. It should be almost about time to actually dig that out. There should be, I had some new sprouts come up, so I know soon it should be time to actually harvest it and maybe replant some new stuff. I have some sprouting potatoes and ginger that I want to plant. So yeah, I'm back, and I'm going to be getting some things going, but we're going to start with this right here. Taking my first dose tonight and pray I don't die tomorrow. They said the worst couple of days are the worst. I've read some of the side effects, and it's similar to, some of it's similar to metformin, but I'm hearing it's not quite as bad as metformin. So that's my prayer, and that it will benefit me and help me to lose some weight. And I think once I get down some more weight, I can actually, I'll feel more encouraged to be more athletic, to get out more outside of not just getting on my exercise bike or walking around the hospital, but doing some other things. So I'm hopeful. We in here. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Y'all, Auntie love you. I love you guys. And I will be back with you soon. Bye.